Hi, this is Paula Asher, and we're going to talk about how to make quizzes in Moodle. So the first screen I have up is from a help section in Moodle.org called Importing Gift Format Files. In the Columbia Gorge Community College Moodle training class, you can find that link in the first box at the top of the training area, or you can go to moodle.org. But the first thing you want to do when when you start to create a quiz is to read about gift format files, because they're very particular. For example, here's a question type. There's some examples of multiple choice, and you have to follow this format exactly. So where there's a space, you put a space. Where there's no space, you don't have a space. It's very particular that way. And so I've written up a few questions. Actually, they were written by some instructors earlier in an earlier training class. And so this is in Word. This is a document in Word, and I have the questions written up. And you see they look perfect and wonderful and all that kind of stuff, exactly the way the gift format suggests. Now, the problem is, though, a lot of times there is some hidden formatting in these Word questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these questions and I'm going to paste them into a WordPad document. Okay, I've already pasted them, so here they come. These are the questions from our Word file pasted into a Notepad file, and you should be able to find Notepad in any computer that has Microsoft software on it. Okay, so the thing about Notepad is that it shows you exactly where the formatting is. There's no hidden formatting, and so we want to go in and eliminate any hidden formatting. One of the things you might find, for example, is that there is a hidden return here. So in this first question, I'm just going to get rid of a space there because I just deleted a hidden return there. And in this next question, it looks like maybe there's another hidden return there, so I'm going to hit delete. Okay, there was a hidden return there. And another thing, here's another one here. I'm going to get rid of that. Make sure that the only returns are between questions. So now another piece that you want to be aware of, and this is a peculiar little thing, is that the gift format in Moodle does not like these little hook questions or apostrophes. So I'm going to get rid of this little hooky looking thing, and I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to add the apostrophe back in. You can see that is in a different format. Okay, well, I think these questions look pretty good, so I am going to save this file, and I'm saving it to my desktop in this case. Now let's go into my Moodle class. In this case, I teach Moodle, so this is my Moodle training class, and I'm just gonna pick a week and I'm going to add a quiz. And so, as you probably know, you go to add an activity and then go to quiz. Okay, and it's going to add a quiz for me, and I'm going to call this test. Okay, now here, and I recommend that you type something in here. I won't take the time right now, but type something in here so that it describes the quiz, so that that information will be in the quiz list. Okay, here are some very important settings for you to take a look at, and you should look at these carefully. If you don't know what anything means, you can always click on this question mark and bring up a help box, okay? And I recommend, if you don't know what a setting is, that you go in and look at those. So note here, you can open and then close the quiz at some point. You can put a time limit in, okay? So you can enable the time limit here. And there are some display features. You can display different amounts of questions per page. Now look here for the attempts, for example, attempts allowed. If you want students to just keep attempting quizzes until they get it to the point they want, that's fine. That's up to you. That might be a good practice quiz mode. And here is the adaptive mode. Now it seems to be default set to yes, but I think probably for most instructors, you're going to want this to be set to no, because as you look in this help window, you'll notice that it says that adaptive quizzes allow students to go back in and change their answers and that sort of thing until they're done. So please look at these settings, because you might be setting up what we might call a practice quiz when you really want a quiz that students are going to get graded on. Okay, so the other thing, another interesting window here is students may review. You might want to consider that if you might want to give the students the answers and the feedback right away, but what if that student takes the quiz and then the quiz is still open for a few days and they just send the answers to their friend in class? So if you're concerned about security or that sort of thing, you might want to think about this next category, just checking this some of the maybe the answers or whatever you want in this last category, and not allowing the answers out until after the quiz is closed and all the students have taken the quiz. So you need to go over these settings very carefully so that you are sure that you have the right security in your quiz. And here's the security window. You can go over that. It will restrict some functionality on students' keyboards and that sort of thing. So you can go in and do a little bit more research about that. Once you're happy with the settings, then you save changes. Okay, now this lets you know that no questions have been added yet, and so we are going to add questions to this quiz. Now, make sure whenever you do this that you go in and make sure that you're in the right category. And so you're going to want to edit the category because there's all these quizzes in here, but you're going to want to have the correct quiz category in here for your quiz. So let's edit the category. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Okay, and so I am going to call this test category. And this is not really necessarily the most obvious thing, but we recommend that you go in and add the correct category at the beginning. And you'll notice it has a publish thing here. If you publish it, that means that all the Moodle classes can access your quiz questions. So in most cases, you probably won't want to publish. Once you've got the category entered correctly, you hit add. Okay. All right, so that's added. We can see the test in here. Now, another trick to this, as we are going to go in to add quiz questions, is to go back to your home page, and the setting options seem to reset themselves nicely if you go back into the home page and click on the test from there. And now it's giving you a nice 2-column page where you have questions in this quiz, and then over here you have the option of adding questions. Okay, so now I'm going to, again, make sure we're on the correct category. Let's see. So we want to make sure that we have the right category here, so it's the test category. Okay, and so we need to import questions into this. So I'm going to choose import. Okay, and it's got the correct category here. It's the test category, and I'm going to import from my desktop. Okay, now we're going to upload this file, and you'll see these questions are here, and we can just scroll down and hit continue. Okay, and again, it's sort of given me this page. I want to add questions, but it's sort of given me this 1-column page. So if you run into this, again, just go back to your home page, and you can enter into the settings window from here. Okay, I'm going to go into test. Okay, and now it's giving me this 2-column page, and I can just select one question, or I can also select them all. So I'm going to select all these questions. Okay, I selected them all, and now I'm adding to the quiz. Okay, now another thing that you'll want to check here, so you can see the questions that answer in these quiz, and they put a default grade in there of 1 point. It also puts a default of maximum grade of 10. So you're going to want to change that to something that's a little more, that works better with the quiz. Okay, so then I'm going to save changes. Okay, and so now at this point the quiz should be all ready. And we are going to go into the test. And as the instructor, you can go in and preview it. However, I recommend that what you do is you can check it out here, but then what I recommend is you go back to the home page, for the college, and then check out of Moodle, and then sign in again. You can I can log out here. And then I'm going to log in again as my fake student. And it's called Fakey Paula. And I'm going to log in again. Now, if you don't have a student account, you need to get one. And the thing to remember is you go in and you create a Moodle account just like you did as an instructor, but you have to use a different email address. Okay, so I'm just enrolling Fakey Paula into this class, and now at this point I could go in and try out this quiz. How does it work? How does it work as a student? And this is the best way to make sure that your students are using the quiz and experiencing the quiz as you want them to. Okay, well, I hope you have enjoyed this little presentation. I hope it's been helpful to you, and have fun creating Moodle quizzes.